All right, so passport bros. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about let's talk about some of these women's reaction. Women think that the black man going to another country to seek out companionship is a new thing. It's not new. Let's just do that. And they think because you're going to countries that are so-called underdeveloped that you're taking advantage of the females because the females are poor. Yeah. If you go to Thailand, you're going to find out that they are just as educated as you, black women. Because black women, you pride yourself on being educated, which is fine. But you don't think that other women in other countries are as educated as you. And that's what just boggles the mind. Now, some of these Filipino women are getting, they're starting to respond to you, black women, like, we have just as many degrees as you do. Like, what are you talking about? And it's crazy. Not to mention, you guys are talking about going to Brazil, you're talking about going to Thailand, and all these countries, but you fail to mention that black men they're going to China now. Black men are going to Germany. I was in Germany, and let me tell you something. German women love dark skinned men. They always have. This is one thing, Hitler was upset about because the German women wouldn't leave the Senegalese soldiers alone. So he had some of them put in jail because of it. Because they love dark skinned men, and they still do. They love tall, dark skinned men. So this has been a thing for a very, very, very long time. This is not something new. And another thing, the brothers talking about, yeah, we're gonna go find a woman somewhere else. These brothers are talking to each other. They're not doing it to spite you females. You females have long let us know that you don't care. You have you have you have told us in blood that you don't care what the black man does. I mean, some of you spit fire when it comes to black men. You hate us, and we get it. We get it. It's not. Listen, it's not a struggle for the black man anymore to love the black woman, uh, but understand that you don't want us. It's not a struggle anymore. It used to be a struggle like I'm black, you're black. Why do you hate me so much? Now it's like we totally look the fight has gone out of the black man when it comes to the black woman. These are the black women who choose a particular lifestyle. They choose to be constantly angry at us. We get it. We're not trying to get you to submit by paying, $2,000 on a trip. We're not, we're not, you ladies, you, I don't know why do you think that because a black man does something that's unordinary and that you don't like that we're doing it to spite you. We're not we're not doing it to spite you. Hell, the truth is we would rather stay here and find ourselves a black queen and let that be the reason. But the infidelity rate, the divorce rate within the black community is shocking. Listen, if you get married to a black woman, there's a 51% chance she's going to cheat on you. And there's an 80% chance she's going to leave you. And ladies, here's the thing. You can't argue with those numbers. You can't. You can't argue with those statistics, ladies, because they are what they are. You're the ones doing this. So I don't understand the angst, the anger, the venom, the constant complaints, and then trying to say that we're going over there to treat these women bad. Listen, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the Shanquella Robinson, thing that's happening now, but Here's one thing that traveling brothers know. You go to another country, commit a crime, you're going to pay for it in that country. That's not something you want to do. You can't go to Thailand and do anything you want to. They will lock you up and then they will deport you. Okay? You can't do that. So you think we're going to Thailand to abuse women? It's just the women and their logic and the things that they're saying about us. Y'all really, really hate us. Y'all think that we are just the scum of the earth. You really hate us by just the comments that you have and the posts you put up saying that one woman said we're colonizing, we're going to other countries to colonize them like the white man did to us. Oh my God. Oh, sweet, have mercy. Just the thought of that is so dehumanizing and criminalizing, like the white man did to us. So we're going to feed babies to alligators. We're going to eat those women because that's what they did to us. They fed our children to alligators. It was called gator bait. Okay, they cut our children's hands off. This is what Leopold did. This is what Leopold did. Leopold killed 15 million Africans. That's what he did, and he would cut their hands off and then make the parents take pictures with their children's hands in their hand. This is what Leopold did. George Washington? We're as bad as George Washington. Oh my God, you ladies. You're just, yeah. For the women who think that we're colonizing and we're going over there to subjugate a whole race of people. Let's drink this in. Passport brothers, just the brothers, a group of, maybe a couple grand. We're going to a whole country. We're going empty-handed. We have no weapons. We're going to a whole country and we're going to subjugate a whole country that has a whole army and have millions of people there that can wipe us out in a New York second, and we're subjugating them. It's what we're doing, ladies. Listen, here's the thing. If we went to some of these third world countries, as you say, these underdeveloped countries, ladies, and we were over there doing wrong, do you think they would still allow us to come into their country? You think that they're allowing us to come over there because they need our money? They don't need our money. They don't need our money. See, here's the thing that you ladies are not even thinking about. The black man, the black dollar is not the major dollar that's pouring into the country. It's not. It's the Europeans' dollar. That's the major dollar pouring. And I'm going to tell you, it's coming from England. Those are the people who have the passport game down pat. England, France, the Spanish. Those are the people who are pouring into these countries and they're supporting these countries. It's not the couple thousand black men coming out of America. No, it's the English, it's the Arabs. You just have no idea. You need to look up a country's GDP. I mean, if you ladies really want to do some research instead of just spouting off nonsense at black men, look at a country's GDP and figure out how many dollars they make off of tourism, because that's what it would be under. And then you would stop with all these stupid comments, and then you might want to straighten up and go, you know what, brothers, let's work something out. Like, what is it you really want? Because this is not what I'm hearing women do. I'm not hearing women say, you know what do the brothers want? I'm hearing women just full of venom and full of anger, just coming at men and calling us, saying that we're doing stuff to kids and every every shame that they could think of, they're throwing them at men. And then you wonder why why we're like, yeah, I don't want to put a ring on that. No, we're not inviting that into our house and coming home to that, putting a ring on that. It's not happening. You ladies need to wise up. You're losing. Listen, the black woman is losing on every end when it comes to relationships. She's losing. And don't say the white zaddy wants you, because they're hardly ever marrying you. The Hispanic man hardly marrying you, because statistics lets us know nobody's marrying the black woman. The more you're out there twerking, the less somebody wants to keep you. They'll mate you in a minute, but they don't keep you. They're not keeping you, black woman. Nobody's keeping you. Nobody wants to keep you, black woman, if you don't want to be kept. But for the women who want to be kept, they are heavily guarded. For those women who want to be on a man's program, they are sought after. Okay, because a good man knows a good woman is worth their weight in gold. It's worth it. And it's like, ladies, choose ye this day what you want to do. Because if you want to stay single, educated, it's fine. Be single, educated, travel, do all those good things. Nobody's trying to stop that. Nobody's trying to stop you from doing that. But you have to understand that, all your traveling and then sleeping with different men and all this other hot girl, this and all this stuff that you're doing, it leaves an imprint on you. And once you get to a certain number of involvements with men, it makes it nearly impossible for one man to imprint on you and keep you. And what I mean keep you, as in you don't wander off and do the same thing you used to be doing. This is why the divorce rate is so high. Because promiscuity sticks with you long after the person is not around you. And then when somebody who's serious about you comes along and they do put a ring on your finger, you cheat on them because those spirits and that way of life has not left you. You're still doing the same thing. You just got a big old ring on your finger. And now you think you can just go out and do what you want and then come back into the same man's house, who actually cares about you. But eventually it gets found out. And when it does, he dips. He's like, I gotta go. And I mean, if you look at it biblically, God hates divorce. He hates it. So now both of you, and if both of you go out and find somebody else to deal with or marry, and now you're being adulterers. So ladies, this is way deeper than a lot of you are even talking about. But hey, do you, ladies, do your thing. Do your thing, because I give up. There are I saw a beautiful woman the other day. I ain't saying nothing to her. Because I'm just looking like, do I want to go through this? And the answer is no. I feel bad for the relationships here in America, for the black people. I feel bad for us. And ladies, it starts with you. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we're idiots too. We're doing idiot stuff too. Trust me, we are doing some idiotic stuff. But when there are men leaving the country, not only when there are men visiting other countries, and not only that, but actually living in other countries because they don't want to deal with your attitude. If you don't change, you're going to be single. Your daughters are going to be single. Your granddaughters are going to be single. And just because you want to be single doesn't mean your daughter wants to be single. Doesn't mean your granddaughter wants to be single. Hey, it doesn't mean your friends want to be single. It doesn't even mean your mother wants to be single. You carry around this attitude and you want all of these women to follow suit because you're angry at your baby daddy. But I'm trying to tell you that that's not the way it's going to go for you. You're going to find yourself angry by yourself. That's what's going to happen because the women around you are going to wake up You're gonna be like, I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm done. It's for the birds. The cost of living is going through the roof. You women are working way more harder than you have to. You're doing way more work than you have to. And the cost of living ain't going down anytime soon. It's just going to keep going up. And you're going to have to keep putting in those hours. You're going to have to keep struggling. And you're doing it by yourself. And some of you are winning, but listen, the majority of you women are not winning. Y'all are out there struggling. And here's the thing. Those are the women who need help, but they can't get help now because of the toxic women who are putting it out there that we're successful without a man, which is fine. We ain't got nothing against that, but I don't need no man. That's not necessarily true. So you got the women who are struggling like, yo, these women don't speak for us, but see, they can't speak as loud as you can. They don't have the crowd that you have. Your message is getting out there, but it's the ones that are pushing that narrative out there. Y'all think that y'all are okay, but you got a bunch of women who are struggling. Like, yo, I would love to have some help. I would love to have the team up on these bills. I would love to not come home tired. You know what I'm saying? So not everybody's situation is the same. But you women, if you women who do want a man, don't start getting on your soapbox. If you don't do it, what's going to happen is a good guy is going to walk past you and not say nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. He's going to be a great guy just for you. He's going to be like, no, I'm not going to say nothing. Because I don't want to deal with the shame, the insults, the guilt. I don't want to deal with the arguing. I don't want to deal with the unfeminine acts. I don't want to deal with constantly being on TikTok. I don't want to deal with the pranks in the house. I don't want to deal with the filth coming out of your mouth. I don't want to deal with your anger. I don't want to deal with your kids. I don't want to wrestle with you about what you put on. If I got to wrestle with you about what you put on, then it's over with for me. If I got to tell you don't put that on and you ask me why, then there's nothing to talk about. If it's something that you know is revealing, if you want to walk out the house and something you know is revealing, then you can just keep going because the relationship's over. It's your boy Tone 202. God loves you, and so do I. I'm out.